One day I watched a mechanic in Osaka save an $1,800 catalytic converter with something from a hardware store. No tools, no garage, no expensive parts, just a method most Western mechanics have never heard of. I have since used it myself, and the results stunned me every single time. Today I am revealing 15 ways to clean your catalytic converter the Japanese way. And what surprises most people is not the first tip. It is realizing how close they were to throwing money away for absolutely no reason. Stay with me, because number 15 alone is worth watching the entire video for. Let's get started. Number 1. The lacquer thinner trick. Let me hit you with the most controversial one first. If you have never heard this before, you need to hear it now. There is a well-documented technique used quietly by veteran mechanics and serious gearheads for decades that involves adding a small, precise amount of lacquer, thinner to a full tank of premium gasoline. We are talking about 1 to 1.5 ounces per gallon of fuel. Not more. Lacquer thinner contains powerful solvents, toluene, xylene, and acetone, that burn cleanly and aggressively dissolve carbon deposits coating the inside of your catalytic converter as the mixture passes through the combustion system. An old mechanic in Nagoya told me he had been doing this on high-mileage fleet vehicles and taxis for over 20 years, with consistent results. The key is using it sparingly, once with a full tank of premium fuel, followed by sustained highway driving at high revolutions per minute. Overuse can irritate oxygen sensor coatings and rubber seals. So this is not a monthly trick, but used correctly, once every 30,000 to 50,000 miles on a carbon choke system, the results can be extraordinary, and the total cost? About $4, compared to the $1,500 to $2,500 you might otherwise hand a dealer. Number 2, stop assuming it needs replacing. Here is the mistake that costs car owners billions of dollars every year. The check engine light comes on. The shop pulls a P0420 code. Within minutes, you are being handed a quote for a new catalytic converter. Wrong. What nobody tells you, and what shops have zero financial incentive to tell you, is that in the majority of cases, a converter flagging a P0420 code is not dead. It is dirty. Studies and field experience suggest that well over half of condemned catalytic converters could have been restored with proper cleaning. Inside your converter are precious metals, platinum, palladium, and rhodium, that can be smothered by carbon buildup, oil residue, and unburned fuel deposits. When that happens, the chemical reactions slow down. The computer reads it as failure, but the metal is still there. The structure is still intact. It just needs to breathe again. Number 3, the Italian tune-up. This one costs nothing, and it may be the most powerful tool on this entire list. It is known as the Italian tune-up. Japanese mechanics, especially those working with high-mileage taxis and delivery vehicles, have used a refined version of it for decades. Modern cars are driven too gently. Short commutes, low revolutions per minute, stop-and-go traffic. This means the exhaust system rarely gets hot enough to self-clean. Carbon accumulates over time like sediment on a riverbed. The fix is simple. Take your fully warmed car onto an open highway, hold it at 3,000 to 3,500 revolutions per minute in a lower gear for 30 to 60 seconds at a time. Repeat this over a 20 to 30-minute drive. At those engine speeds, exhaust temperatures can climb above 800 degrees Fahrenheit. That sustained heat burns carbon deposits off the precious metal substrate. No tools, no chemicals, no appointment. Just thermodynamics working in your favor. Number 4, the fuel cleaner method. Here is where most people fail. It is not because the product does not work. It is because they use it incorrectly. Use a high-concentration catalytic converter. Cleaner, not a generic fuel injector cleaner. Run your tank down to about 1/4 full. Add the specified amount of cleaner, then fill the rest of the tank with premium fuel. Now here is the critical step. You need sustained highway driving at 2,500 revolutions per minute or higher for at least 30 to 50 miles. Short city driving does not generate enough heat. Heat plus chemistry plus exhaust flow. That is what removes deposits. Trying this with 10 minutes of city driving is like trying to boil water with a candle. Number 5. Know what is inside. Inside the converter is a honeycomb ceramic substrate, thousands of tiny parallel channels coated with precious metals. As hot exhaust gases flow through, those metals convert toxic gases into water vapor and carbon dioxide. When carbon and oil deposits coat those honeycomb walls, the reactions slow down. The downstream oxygen sensor detects reduced efficiency. The computer triggers a code, but the substrate itself is almost never destroyed by normal use. It is coated, and coatings can be removed. Heat, chemistry, time. Number 6. The oxygen sensor connection. Even if you successfully clean the converter, a failing oxygen sensor can cause the engine to run rich and reclog the system within weeks. In many cases, a $20 to $40 oxygen sensor is the real problem. A faulty upstream sensor can cause excess fuel delivery. A faulty downstream sensor can falsely trigger a P0420 code. Replace faulty sensors first, then clean, then test, in that order. Number 7. The water steam method. Some Japanese mechanics use a controlled water introduction method. A very small amount of distilled water is slowly introduced into the intake of a fully warmed engine at steady idle. The water flash vaporizes instantly. Steam travels through the combustion chamber and exhaust system, helping remove carbon deposits. But here's the serious warning. Too much water introduced too quickly can cause hydrolock. Water does not compress, an engine does. If the engine tries to compress water, internal components can fail catastrophically. This method requires extreme caution and research. Number 8. Never pressure wash it. Removing the converter and blasting it with a pressure washer can fracture the delicate ceramic honeycomb. Those thin internal walls can crack. Now you do not have a dirty converter, you have a broken one. Fragments can rattle loose and cause severe engine damage. Heat and chemistry work. Force does not. Number 9. Use premium fuel. If your engine is designed for premium fuel, use premium fuel. Lower octane in a premium-tuned engine can increase incomplete combustion. More incomplete combustion means more deposits reaching the converter. During any cleaning cycle, always use premium. It burns more cleanly and supports the cleaning process. Number 10. Reset the engine control unit. After cleaning, do not expect immediate results. The engine control unit must complete readiness monitors before clearing a P0420 code. Disconnect the negative battery terminal for 15 minutes. Reconnect it. Then drive normally for 3 to 5 days. Only after that window can you evaluate results properly. Number 11. Stop taking short trips. A catalytic converter needs to reach approximately 400 to 600 degrees Celsius to operate optimally. That usually takes 8 to 10 minutes of driving. Short trips prevent full heat cycles. Moisture accumulates, deposits build. Once a week, take a 20 to 30-minute highway drive. It is maintenance disguised as a drive. Number 12. Watch your oil consumption. Even small oil consumption sends oil vapor into the exhaust system. Oil deposits are dense and resistant to heat. Half a quart every 3,000 miles can severely contaminate a converter. If oil consumption is present, address it first. Otherwise, cleaning will not produce lasting results. Number 13. Buy the right cleaner. Not all catalytic converter cleaners are equal. Effective products contain high concentrations of polyethylamine or similar active cleaning agents. Cheap, diluted formulas often do very little. Look for products specifically labeled safe for catalytic converters and oxygen sensors. Number 14. Fix fuel trim first. When an engine runs rich, excess fuel enters the exhaust system. The converter attempts to burn it off. Temperatures can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, the ceramic substrate can melt or crack. Causes may include stuck injectors, faulty coolant temperature sensors, or failing mass airflow sensors. Fix the underlying issue first, always. Number 15. Prevention is everything. The real secret is not lacquer thinner. It is not heat cycling. It is not premium fuel. The real secret is prevention. Quality fuel, weekly highway drives, reputable cleaner every 15,000 miles as maintenance. Monitor oxygen sensors, address oil consumption early. A catalytic converter is not a consumable part. It is a precision instrument. Treat it that way, and it will outlast the rest of the car.